Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Brenda. I'm with Character Kids, and this week we are going to start focusing on sensory work. So all of the theater activities that we share with you are going to be focused on the five senses. We know that sensory work sort of incorporates itself into all different types of theater activities, from improvisation to pantomime, and elementary students in particular just tend to really love these sensory oriented games. So I hope that you have fun playing them. For starters, you're just going to sit in a circle. If you're virtual, these games translate pretty well to the virtual environment as well. But if you're in person, you'll sit in a circle and just have a brief discussion about the five senses. What are they? How do we engage with the senses every day in our everyday lives? What are examples of how we're using our senses every day? And then you're going to have the students close their eyes and talk them through a sensory experience. So you could say, okay, let's all pretend that we are at the beach. And they'll just sit in their spot with their eyes closed. They won't be doing any movement or motions. It's really just for them to kind of wake up their imaginations and tap into their senses. But you'll kind of talk them through the experience of being on the beach. So what do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What can you taste? What can you touch? What can you feel? And just kind of let them imagine that in their heads while you talk them through it. And then you'll have them open their eyes. You guys can discuss it, and then you'll move on to play invisible objects. And invisible objects is a really simple game. You'll stay sitting in your circle, and you're going to pass around an invisible object. So let's say a baby kitten. You're going to pass this invisible baby kitten to the student next to you and let them engage with it using their imagination and their five senses. So they'll, focus on sense of touch and what can they hear and things like that, and give them a moment to do that. And then they'll pass it on to the student next to them and just let that object go all the way around the circle. Or if you don't have time, you can switch up the object every handful of students if you'd prefer. Some other objects that are fun to play around with would be an ice cube. They can kind of play around with that. How does it feel if it sits on your skin for too long? And what happens when it starts to melt and things like that? So just have them use their senses for that. They can pass around a caterpillar, or you could do a sharp object. But again, they're not supposed to be showing you a big performance. They're just supposed to be focused on their individual senses and their imaginations. And cooked noodles is another one that we've done that's fun. And just see how it looks as they pass it from student to student. And that's it. That's invisible object. The great thing about sensory work is that it also helps them with their self-awareness. So it's helping to kind of center them and tap into their imaginations and their feelings, and it all is connected with their emotions and things like that. So that self-awareness piece is really, really great for this type of game. So hope you enjoy, hope you have fun. Thank you for being here, and we will see you next week. Take care.